great to see all of you. I mean, I always remember my time back in the government. Probably the highlight of my week was every Tuesday morning to come and see you and talk with you and network and engage. And I really thank Marge for the opportunity to be able to see you again, to come back to the group and talk to you about what we're doing now. Unfortunately, Nandis, the president of the company, could not be here today. He was planning on being here, but he did have to attend to a client, and that happens many times in the industry where we find that even though we are a proactive business, sometimes we have to be reactive, and we have to be there. So, we do apologize that Nandis is not here, but I'm really happy to be here. Now, Nandis has been doing this for 40 years, so I don't have the experience that he has. So that's some pretty big shoes to fill today. But what I thought I'd do is talk to you about what it is that we do and what I do on a daily basis at Intergroup Facility Services. So again, the company that I work for, it's called Intergroup Facility Services. I am the VP of Business Development, and my job there is to expand the brand of the company, bring in more clients, and find ways to better serve them. So I'm very lucky to continue in an industry where I can serve people, I can assist people, and help them as much as I can, and as much as the company can as well. A little bit of background about me with this company. I've been working with Intergroup now, Intergroup Facility Services, for over 5 years. So that's it's a milestone for me to have reached that, which is great. And I'm very happy to say that I've been working in Richmond Hill for the last 10 years. So wow, time flies. It's just incredible. Intergroup is a member of the Richmond Hill Board of Trade. So, Nandis is a board member on the Richmond Hill Board of Trade. The owners, Nandis and his family, Mary, and they live in Richmond Hill. They're very proud Richmond Hillians and really believe in supporting local events or attending events and attending the Board of Trade and so on. And Intergroup actually, which was really, really exciting, in 2019 won the Richmond Hill Business Achievement Award. So that was like, wow, great news. It was so exciting to win that. And the reason was, if you're a company in Richmond Hill and you're recognized by your peers, that means so much. It really does. And we, as a company, are very honored to have won that award. So for me, when I first started in this industry, I went from the government where, every time you'd call somebody and say, hello, I'm calling you from the Member of Parliament's office, you get a call back right away. But when you call somebody and say, look, would you like me to come and clean and do your carpet cleaning? Please call me back. You don't always get an instant response, right? So for me, it was a pivot. It was, I said, okay, definitely, you got to go out there and follow up. The most important thing is follow up, follow up, follow up. Now, before COVID, we would see that, I would go see clients and they would say, yes, I do need cleaning and I do need, the janitorial service, X number of times per week. But we saw that the perception was that you didn't have to spend a lot of money in janitorial services. It was something that was a line item on your budget, something that if you ever had to cut back from something, probably that line item would be on your list if you were looking at cutbacks. When COVID hit, we saw that there were difficulties that we saw. Now, Intergroup is an essential service, so we continued our services throughout the pandemic, and we provided our customers with continued service. In some cases, those frequencies were reduced because depending on what type of building it was and the type of traffic that it would have, we would see that those cleaning frequencies would be reduced. In some cases, they just stopped it altogether, or they would just do it periodically. We saw that in this pandemic that many customers, many people who purchase janitorial services, they were becoming very aware of the terminology. I remember going out to clients and saying, we do touch point cleaning. And now I would hear clients tell me, or prospects say, do you do touch point cleaning? I'd like to see your safety data sheet. They were becoming more aware of the frequency they would need, the type of cleaning they would require. And we just saw, and for good reason, we saw such a greater importance placed on cleaning as an added protective measure to the health and safety practices of our clients. So we do see that. Now, prior to the pandemic, we were already doing touch point cleaning. So when our clients would say to us, how much do you guys charge for touch point cleaning? We never turned around to either price gouge or, give them a rate for that. We just said, you know what, we've always been doing that. We're going to continue to do that. We're going to be here to assist you. And it's just this really strong partnership. And I'm so grateful that I'm able to help businesses do that. And they're grateful that they have a partner that is always there, does proper supervision, and is able to maintain their building. Another thing we saw was, for the longest time, we didn't have access to hand sanitizer. We saw a lot of, it was on back order. So you would order hand sanitizer in April, May, and they'd say, well, we're probably looking at getting it in November. So, and that's when I think the government was pushing to say, yes, we have to be making more hand sanitizer. We have to be making masks here in Ontario, and so on and so forth. So it did come with its challenges. There's no question that this pandemic made clients more aware of what they need. And they wanted to make sure that we were able to provide them with that, which we were. Of course, as a company, it's never been more important. It's more important now than ever to have your proper policies in place. We do have our health and safety policies in place, our PPE, personal protective equipment policy, our pandemic preparedness training. The safety of our staff is of paramount importance. And we're seeing that, they're going out, getting the job done, and we're there to supervise and support and just make sure that our staff is prepared, trained properly, has the proper certifications, and is safe on site, because safety is very, very important. A couple of services that we've seen requested now during the pandemic, and a few things that have come out, is the disinfection. So the question is, how do you know you have a good disinfectant? Well, first of all, the difference between sanitizing and disinfecting is sanitizing reduces the bacteria, where disinfecting destroys or inactivates both of the bacteria and viruses, like influenza, SARS-CoV-2, etc. So it is important for the disinfectant to stay moist enough to kill the pathogen. And that is key in terms of how to do it properly. We have a standard operating procedure at Intergroup about properly disinfecting. So what you do is you take after you clean the surface, you disinfect and you make sure there's a proper dwell time. So there has to be a certain time where the disinfectant is kept moist on the horizontal surface to kill that pathogen. So that's one thing. The other thing is, if you're choosing a disinfectant, I would suggest that you choose a disinfectant that has a drug identification number. It's called a DIN. So all disinfectants that have this drug identification number have been approved for sale in Canada. So while most disinfectants will work against SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus, the list on the Health Canada website are supported by evidence following drug review and demonstrating that they are likely to be effective and may be used against SARS-CoV-2. So yeah, a good question is, how long should you leave it to disinfect? Well, it depends on the different disinfectant. We use a disinfectant called BioEsk. It is a plant-based disinfectant that kills SARS-CoV-2. It's Health Canada approved, and it has a drug identification number. So this usually has a 3-minute kill time. So it'll actually say it on, this, depending on which disinfectant you get, it'll tell you that this is depending on which one you get. I mean, a 10-minute dwell time is, standard. I've heard 10-minute dwell time, 5-minute dwell time. The one that we use has a 3-minute kill time. So this is what we use now. And the reason we use it is because it is safe to use, it's rinse-free, it's food safe, and it's completely safe to use. So the only thing about it is it has Timox technology. So because it's plant-based, after you disinfect everything, it smells a little bit like oregano. So, you might have a little bit of an oregano smell around, but that's okay. At least it's working. It's there. So yeah, that's been very important in terms of disinfecting, to have a proper disinfectant. Again, the services. Yeah, sure. I can put the name of it in the chat. BioEsk. I don't know if I'm sending that privately or not. Yeah, so I'll have to send that properly. Okay, so yeah, BioEsk is great. We do offer that service as well. Another service that we offer that's very and it's good for spring cleaning too. You were talking about spring cleaning, and I was thinking to myself, wow, these are services that we are offering now to businesses. We do commercial, industrial, manufacturing, multi-residential property. We do some residential cleaning too. And what we're doing now is offering electrostatic spray disinfection. Now, this thing is really cool because this is a spray gun, an electrostatic gun that when you put the disinfectant in, when it releases it through the gun, it gives it a negative charge. So what happens is that this magnetically starts to cover walls and reaches the other side of the table. This is something that is great for hard to reach areas, shadowed areas, any areas where you may think there was a COVID-19 outbreak. So we've had many situations where we go in with our team and we take the electrostatic spray gun and we just spray down everything. Now, because it's like a mist that we spray on, we're finding that there is a proper dwell time. So you want to keep everything moist enough so the disinfectant can be on the surface long enough to kill the pathogen, but you also don't want to drench the place. So there, there is a certain calibration of the machine to do that. So we do a lot of electrostatic spray disinfection. It's very popular, and we use it doing the bioesc, and you can do that, on walls, tables, even computers. You can just disinfect everything. Again, we've also seen a big increase now during the pandemic where many clients are asking for day cleaning, because they're not only interested in doing night cleaning, but they're also interested in getting touch point cleaning throughout the day. So touch point cleaning being disinfect your door handles, your light switches, your toilet flushers, elevator buttons, elevator panel, horizontal surfaces, whatever people touch, you want to make sure that that's being disinfected throughout the day. So this is an added protective measure to the health and safety practices. So we are seeing a lot of day porter, day matron services being requested. And it's just really great, because that way you are just, taking that extra step to make sure that any visitor in your building or staff, whatever the case may be, they are being protected when they're touching those touch points. We're also offering carpet cleaning and disinfection. So we have a master carpet technician on site. So when he goes out, not only does he do a hot water extraction, complete the whole carpet cleaning, but then he will also spray some disinfectant on the carpet. And again, this is important because we do see a lot of bacteria, VOCs, toxins being caught in the carpet fibers. So we find that it's very important to do a proper extraction and then also spray on some disinfectant on the carpet itself as well. Now, for a lot of people said window cleaning. Yeah, I think I have heard of the newspaper thing. I have. I can say that we use squeegees, but yeah, we use our squeegees and our microfiber cloths. But yeah, window cleaning is just something that a lot of people ask for. Pressure washing during spring cleaning. I mean, those are the big ones. Spring cleaning, you're looking at pressure washing, window cleaning, carpet cleaning, deep cleaning, disinfection, top to bottom washroom cleaning, spray disinfection. That's the kind of thing that you're looking at. Another thing that we do at Intergroup is, how do we battle cross-contamination? So we battle cross-contamination by having a multicolor microfiber cloth system. So we know that the red cloth is used in the washrooms, the green cloth is used in the kitchens, the blue cloth is used on horizontal surfaces. So this is important, so there's no cross-contamination, because the last thing you want to do is clean your kitchen top with the same cloth you cleaned your toilet or your washroom area. So this multicolor system allows the cleaning staff at Intergroup to make sure that the proper cloths are being used in the proper areas. And I think cross-contamination is of the utmost concern, especially now during the pandemic. So, it's something that's very important. So again, it's important for our staff to be wearing the PPE, and when you're doing work, of course, wearing the gloves is important. Our staff also wears the masks. It's important that they do the disinfection. We just want to make sure that everybody that's doing this is safe. So another thing that I have here is our quality assurance software. Quality assurance is very important. We use technology, and you'd be surprised in the janitorial business when I do an RFP and I have to respond, and there's like 40 companies responding for one client, what they're asked in that RFP. Like, I really feel I'm writing a whole essay. It's like a book. Like, I'll write something that's 50 pages, 60 pages, outlining who we are, what chemicals we use, what's our training practices, what's our quality assurance, what chemicals, what are our safety data sheets, what type of training do we do with our employees, what kind of follow-up and communication do you have with clients. It's just a huge RFP. And that's because they want to make sure that if they're giving you a contract, that you are a company that's ready to serve them, you have the experience, and you have the standard operating procedures, especially now during COVID, during the pandemic. So we do have quality assurance software where on our phones, we have a program where employees will sign in, and it's geo-fenced so we can see they're on site, and then supervisors can take the scope of work, which is downloaded on the program, and then they do that inspection using their tablet or phone and saying, washrooms, check, hallways, check, windows, check. And they do that type of inspection. So that shows transparency. We share that with our clients, and that's what people are looking for now in a janitorial company. I think gone are the days where you could just grab a mop and walk in there somewhere and say, hey, I want to do your cleaning. They're interested in so much more about your company. I'm really happy. I'm really happy to be in this industry. I'm really happy to be able to help companies, assist them in any way I can, and being in the Richmond Hill community and doing that here in Richmond Hill is so important to us. I mean, we love Richmond Hill, and me working here for the last 10 years, I love Richmond Hill, and I've met such wonderful people. And a lot of it started with this group here. So I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak to you today. I don't know, Marge, if I'm over my time.